welcome to the channel. I'm Meanpoo the narrator, and today we will talk about the performance of Overkill's The Walking Dead. This is a first-person shooter with an emphasis on cooperative gameplay. I'm sure you've seen games based on this type. Left 4 Dead and Earthfall are some good examples. There are 4 characters that you would choose to play. Heather, who is a former kindergarten teacher, knows the difference between right and wrong, but now finds herself blurring the line. She still tries to find the good in all people, but has learned when to stop looking and start fighting. Grant was living out his golden years hunting and writing wilderness guides. Now he calls upon those skills to find his family, even though he knows that the odds are slim. But the hunt drives Grant forward, staring down the barrel of his rifle. Maya is a former surgeon, well versed in life or death decisions. Now she finds herself under similar pressure, but with far grimmer consequences. She's the group's medic, equally adept at taking lives and saving them. Aiden has always had a bit of a temper, but he used to repress it. Now he channels that emotion into his melee fighting style, letting him fully express himself through violence. Each of these characters have their own unique skills and abilities, and must work together in order to complete the objectives. Speaking of objectives, you must pick up supplies while playing your missions to progress to the next stage. If you fail to get the needed amount, you will have to replay the mission, which is kinda like grinding. When collecting supplies, you may have enough to upgrade your camp, which includes routes so you can explore other parts of the map, barriers made out of wood, concrete, and metal plates, which will provide defensive cover in combat. There's also scrap cannons and explosive barrels. Starting out, you will have access to a few weapons. Mostly they are tied to the character, but you can choose any weapon you want. Weapons can use mods when available. Lastly, there are skill trees that you can level up for your character. Just glancing at them, I'm guessing you will have to put in some hours to do it. They are broken into 2 categories called character traits and core abilities. Within these categories are options such as health regeneration, stamina upgrades, carrying capacity, pistol efficiency, and the abilities to add duration to smoke grenades and such. These are just a few examples, and there are many more. The game is set in Washington, D.C., a post-apocalyptic environment which was overran by zombies and features a little bit of stealth, survival horror, and role-playing elements. Overkill's The Walking Dead is developed by Overkill Software and published by Starbreeze Studios and 505 Games. According to the brand director, Almer Listo, although the game is a licensed title, Overkill was free to have their own interpretation on the source material and create the game within their own vision. Robert Kirkman, the creator of the comics, was involved in the game's production, providing advice and feedback. Listo added the game was designed for adults, and the story will explore different things emotionally that aren't investigated much by the television show. Despite being set in the comic book series universe, the game's 4 playable characters are original. According to Kirkman, the gameplay will be similar to Payday the Heist. Listo noted that the game's gameplay will be similar to the raids featured in Destiny. Performance with the 1050 Ti was really good. Using 1080p on Ultra, the GPU had an average temp of 68C, while the CPU had an average temp of 67.5, which is quite decent for a game on Ultra. FPS rounds this out with an average of 46. Next is the high setting, and keeping the same resolution, we get an average of 70C for the GPU and the CPU averaging 71.5. FPS increased with a high of 71, but averaging 63. At this point, we've reached the best setting to use with this game, but I decided to do one more. This is the medium setting, and like we've seen before, an increase of FPS. The GPU averaged 68.5C, and the i5-7300 averaged 69 with a high of 72. FPS was expected with an average of 72.5 with a high of 82 at times. One thing to note is that I'm playing single player because when I tried to do multi, my game would drop. I don't recommend playing by yourself as you can easily get overrun in the later missions. I know this game is getting a lot of heat because it's not bringing anything new to the table. Also, I quote from a user on Steam by the name of NR Springfield, there is currently no VoIP, voice chat in this game. There used to be in the beta, but there were issues with it, mainly the fact that you couldn't turn it off. There's also another user saying that there's a critical bug with the save game, causing you to lose them, and it's happening very frequently. And that was mentioned from a user named Champagne. All I can say is that even though the game might not be for everyone, and the reviews are sitting at mixed, it runs damn good on the Nitro 5. And that along with gameplay can be a deciding point on whether to buy a game or not. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. There will be more videos on the way. And if you would like to see more, take a look around the channel. And I'll see you in the next game or stream. Mean Pooh, out.
I'm reloading! Loader went down!
Kill the bloater! Hang on, reloading.
That's the last of them. Well done, guys. Cover the front gate. Can't let them get through.
Reloading! Out of ammo!
Someone cover the alley, now. They're coming through the alley gate. Go repair it. Walker's at the back gate.
Hang on! Reloading! Reloading! Hang on!
Walkers. They're everywhere.